Do you ever feel like your brain's playing hide and seek with you every morning? Like you're physically there, but your mind's still somewhere in dreamland trying to figure out if fish get thirsty? If so, don't worry. I used to do the same thing too. In fact, I had to drag myself to work. I even became best friends with my coffee maker, and yes, I also tried those weird TikTok hacks and morning routines gurus live by. Yet nothing worked, and my mornings were wasted. Until I started doing the 8 productive morning boosters I will share with you today. The first one is called the 3 to 4 times inhale exhale method. It was discovered by Stanford researchers, yeah, one of the best universities in the US, so you can trust it. It's quite simple to fit into your mornings because all you need to do is take 2 quick inhales through your nose, followed by 1 long exhale through your mouth. Then repeat this 3 to 4 times right after you wake up, and you'll feel the difference. Okay, but why does this work? Because it resets your CO2 levels and helps your brain quickly snap into focus mode. Now, just in case you've got the memory of a goldfish, like me, and might forget to do this, here are 3 quick tricks you can use. The first one is to set a reminder on your phone to go off right after your morning alarm. Title it something like Breathe Genius or Stanford Breathing Time. Mi amigo, so you don't forget. Then grab a sticky note, write, Don't be a goldfish, do the breathing thing. Or, even better, breathe in, breathe out, brain online, focus mode activated, and put it on your wardrobe where you'll see it as you get dressed. For the final trick, put a piece of paper next to your bed, and in big, bold letters, you'll write something motivational like, Don't snooze, breathe, and cruise. That way, even in your sleepy fog, you'll get the message loud and clear. The goal of this is simple. Make it impossible to ignore, even if you wake up looking like a confused raccoon. Okay, now it's time for tip number 2. This one is very underrated, so pay close attention. As you might know, your brain loves patterns. No, not those patterns. The patterns I'm talking about are what researchers call temporal landmarks. These are timed rituals that boost people's performance. Here's how you can use them. So you start by creating a specific ritual when you start work. Maybe it's arranging 3 objects on your desk, or taking 3 deep breaths, or even waking up and giving yourself a loud, fiery, and dramatic pep talk that you wake up the whole neighborhood, leaving your neighbors to wonder if you're a motivational speaker or an escaped theater major, or checking in on your plants like they're your coworkers by asking them how they are feeling today. The point is, it doesn't matter what the ritual is. What matters is that you do it consistently. Over time, this signal will tell your brain, it's go time. Because let's be honest, waking up at 4:30 a.m. doesn't automatically make you productive. You can dunk your face in ice water, meditate upside down, smear banana peels on your cheeks for that so-called morning glow, and still spend the next hour sitting there, hoping your to-do list will magically grow arms, sprout legs, and complete itself while you just scroll on your phone. Speaking of waking up at 4:30 a.m., here's something most people who wake up this early do wrong. They dive straight into the hard tasks as soon as they wake up with their earbuds in, face masks on, acting like productivity warriors, but they haven't even washed their face or brushed their teeth. That's not just yikes on several levels and a questionable life choice, but they're also not giving their brain a chance to warm up. And yes, our brain needs a warm up. You can't just yank it out of sleep like cold leftovers. You've got to give it a quick microwave blast first. You see, research from NASA shows it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for your mind to fully switch on after waking up. Before that, your brain's basically in a foggy state, like a car that stopped at a green light, because the driver's just sitting there, staring at a squirrel in the tree while everyone's honking. Luckily, there's a simple way I've been using to speed up this process. Instead of sitting there and staring at the wall for 20 minutes like it's about to go to work instead of you, I call it the 2-2-2 method. Here's how it works. As soon as you wake up, spend 2 minutes doing some light mental exercises, like simple math or word puzzles. Then, read something a little bit challenging for 2 minutes. Then, take 2 minutes to do something creative. It could be anything from journaling to drawing a ridiculously handsome stick figure, like me, as long as you don't drag it on for more than 2 minutes. With that being said, we can move on to
Oof, it's getting hot in here. What happened?
I turned the thermostat temperature up.
Why, ma'am?
Because according to Dr. Andrew Huberman's lab, your brain performs better when your core temperature rises slightly in the morning. Now, you don't have to exercise in the morning to warm up your body. since all you need for this one to work is a smart thermostat, one that you can set to cool your room to around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius at night, and then program to warm it back up to about 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes before you wake up.
But what if I don't have a smart thermostat?
Great question. If you don't have a smart thermostat, open your window at night to cool your room and cool off your body. Then, as you wake up, grab a hoodie or blanket and take a warm shower to warm up your body. This signals your brain that it's the morning and tells your system to release cortisol, your natural wake up hormone. Okay, let's move on to the fifth tip. Now, this one is something parents and teachers used to do with you when you were a kid. You probably don't remember it, so let me refresh your goldfish memory. Remember back in the day when we were 2 feet tall, sitting in class waiting impatiently for our quiz results because the teacher promised us candy if we did well. And sure enough, once we saw the results and got the candy, we were happy. For like 2 minutes. Then we moved on with our lives and started crying over homework as we watched that kid in the corner eating glue. Well, that little trick is called the anticipation trick, and it's more exciting for your brain than the reward itself. That's why I recommend using it to make your mornings more productive. To do that, prepare 3 small mystery rewards the night before. Maybe it's your favorite snack, a note of encouragement, or a tiny treat that makes you feel like a kid again. And no, glue doesn't count this time. But just like when you were a kid, you don't get the reward straight away. You've got to earn it first. So here's the rule. You only get to open one after your first hour of focused work. And if you want, you can save the second one after you finish this video. The anticipation of this awaited reward will help boost your dopamine and keep you engaged, which is great because instead of feeding your brain junk dopamine from endless scrolling, you're finally giving it a gourmet meal instead of staring at foodie pics on Instagram. All right, now it's time for
Hey, boss, should we use the light background or the dark background for this video?
the dark one.
Got it, boss.
See what just happened here? I made a decision. One out of the 35,000 decisions we make every single day. And if you're human like me, many of those decisions happen without you even realizing it. But even though these decisions are small, they still tire your mind. That's because of something called decision fatigue. Basically, it's when your brain gets tired from making decisions. The reason I tell you this is because mornings are your prime time for focus. So if you wake up without a clear plan for your first hour, you'll waste that precious brain power making small decisions on small tasks and hit decision fatigue way too fast. That's why I recommend deciding on your top 3 morning priorities the night before and planning the little things too, like your outfit, breakfast, and small tasks. This way, you can devote your morning energy to what matters most. So if you're still wondering whether to like or subscribe, I'll just say it. Just do it and clear out that brain fog. After all, you've still got 35,000 other decisions to make today. Now, I know you're probably feeling a bit tired, but we're almost there. We've made it to the last 2 tips. So shake up, wake up, and listen up. Okay, for the last 2 tips, I want you to picture this scene. You know that moment when you walk into a fancy place and suddenly your sweatpants feel treasonous? Like, technically, you could roll up in pajamas, but your self respect and the judgmental stares convince you otherwise. Dinner? Same deal. Unless you're going full caveman at home, you instinctively grab a fork and knife like a civilized human. Suddenly, even a sandwich feels fancy. Why? 2 reasons: social pressure and your environment. Let's focus on the first one. You see, social pressure is so powerful because no one wants to be judged or kicked out of the group. So we end up following the standards around us just to fit in. But here's the thing: social pressure isn't always a bad thing. If you use it right, it can push you to become better. That's why I recommend recruiting 1 or 2 accountability buddies for those early morning check ins. Nothing gets you moving like the sheer terror of knowing someone will know if you hit snooze 12 times and spent your morning Googling, "Why do I like bread so much?" instead of working. It's productivity by peer pressure. Now, obviously, you're not trying to record a full on podcast here. So keep it quick, share your top 3 do or cry tasks, throw in a go crush it, and virtual high five for moral support, then exit fast. Leave the Sunday gossip behind. This isn't brunch with your judgy Aunt Karen. Save the drama for your aunt or your cat. No judgment.
Okay, but what if I don't know any early risers?
In that case, I fear you find yourself in a rather unfortunate predicament. No, I'm just messing around. You can do something about it, especially in this day and age where the internet makes it easier to find people than it is to find your socks in the morning. I mean, you can join Discord groups, school communities, Facebook groups, or even go old school and meet people in real life at coffee shops. So pick one of these networking methods and start a conversation with someone, build a connection, and create a system where you hold each other accountable. Now, about your environment, this is where it gets interesting. Most people know their environment affects their productivity, but they never change it. Either they've never taken the time to think about how to do it, or they simply don't know where to start. If that's you, don't worry. I've been there too. For years, I struggled with designing my environment until I discovered 5 small actions that helped turn my room into a productive work factory, and I'm about to share them with you now. So open up your ears. Okay, so number one is to keep your desk organized. Yeah, you've heard this a million times, but my chaos works for me. Sure, and so would working in a gas station bathroom, where the soap dispenser is just for decoration and there's mystery liquid pooling by your feet. You wouldn't willingly hang out in there, so why let your workspace look like it lost a fight with a paper shredder? Your brain's the same. It sees the disaster zone and nopes it right out. Clean desk equals fewer excuses to suddenly reorganize your sock drawer instead of working. So clean your room and desk and do your future self, your coworkers, and your parents, who still worry, a solid. Nobody should have to navigate your chaos like it's an escape room challenge. Okay, now let's move to action number two. Turn your workspace into your I should be working reminder zone or your dreams and accountability shrine. Print pics of your goals, whether it's a dream vacation or just not being broke by December, and stick them where you'll see them daily. Here's a pro tip: add a post it with your daily and weekly goals. For example, write your goal, do the thing. No, not TikTok, the other thing. To remind your brain that this desk equals productivity, not online shopping. And here's a game changer: set up your workspace the night before. That way, when you sit down in the morning, you're not running around like a squirrel who forgot where it buried its nuts. And yes, it's a very small habit, barely a blip on the effort radar, but it's very powerful. And try it. Worst case, nothing happens. Best case, you accidentally become productive. Win-win. Next up, dress for mental success. Pick a work uniform, could be a ring, a lucky shirt, or even a robe. Because who says productivity can't be cozy? Go the extra mile and roll on some focus boosting peppermint essential oils, because nothing says time to adult like Pavlovian conditioning for your nose, tricking your brain into work mode with the power of smell. Bonus hack: use a consistent background sound like brown noise at 62 decibels. It's like a productivity hug for your brain or like a spa for your focus, but without the overpriced cucumber water. It helps you focus and uses another one of your 6 senses to help you get to work. Oh, and when working on your computer, pretend you're a minimalist monk and keep it simple. Only have one browser window and limit yourself to 2 or 3 important tabs. Anything more than that, and you're basically hosting a circus in your brain. Let's be real, no one actually multitasks with 17 open tabs. We all know those urgent tabs are just YouTube rabbit holes in disguise. Stay focused. And with that being said, I'm happy to inform you that you now have all the 8 things I did to stop wasting my mornings. Give these a try today and watch how fast your mornings start working for you, not against you. By the way,
Ma'am, the thermostat is still on. I'm dying here. It feels like a sauna.
I can't turn it down yet
What? Why not?
because it's a subscribe-powered thermostat. Every subscription we get cools the room down by 1 degree.
So you're telling me I'm gonna melt unless the viewers click subscribe?
Yep, that's the only way. So please smash that subscribe button before we melt into puddles. Or don't, but if you don't see us next week, well, you know what happened. No pressure. Oh, and if you're serious about turning your mornings into a superpower, go watch How to Wake Up Before 5 a.m. without feeling miserable. Trust me, this video will turn you from a night owl into the kind of person who stares at the sun down at 4:30 a.m. and says, "You don't need to throw your radiation at me. I've been waiting for you." So if you're ready to say hi to the sun, just click up here.